This article was in the Canberra Times, it's in Australia, um, August 21st, 2005, and the title was Pope Remembers Steffi. And then here it says, but he's still just a naughty boy to me, says Coma cousin. And then here it says, he may be the spiritual head of the world's largest Christian church, but a cousin of Pope Benedict XVI says that he is still a naughty boy to her. Steffi Brazkovic, 78, of Coma, received a call from her famous first cousin shortly after his election in a papal conclave in April. It was the first time she had heard from him in more than 50 years. Miss Brazkovic, who was raised in the southern Germany city of Wellheim before moving to Australia in 1956, said she remembered Joseph Ratzinger as a young boy who was often up to no good. He was everywhere he shouldn't have been, she recalled yesterday, shaking her head. When I think today of what we did, it's a wonder that we are still alive. When she received the phone call 3 months ago, she first thought it was a prank. It wasn't until His Holiness told her it was Ratzinger Peppy, referring to his childhood nickname, that she realized who was on the other end. I said, "Are you the Pope?" And he replied, "But for you, I am still the Ratzinger Peppy." Miss Braskovic was raised as a Roman Catholic, but became a Jehovah's Witness in the 1970s. She said that while her religious differences with her family had caused frustration, the Pope had encouraged her for following her faith. He told me, "You are doing the work that we should do," she said, referring to her church's missionary work. He said, "You have halls that are not too big, but they are full. We have cathedrals, churches, and chapels, and they are empty." Miss Braskovic is attending this weekend at a Jehovah's Witnesses is spending this weekend at a Jehovah's Witness convention in Canberra with about 3,000 district worshippers. And here we have a picture of her. She's at the convention, and there she is wearing her badge, and notice a smile on her face. I'm sure that Jehovah looks upon her with great favor for her many years of faithful service, doing the work that Jesus had commissioned his disciples to do.
Wait! People are coming! I think they're Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yes!
We're very close now to smoking out Osama bin Laden. They got 1,600 Marines there in Afghanistan, and they're going cave to cave. And these Marines, they are very shrewd. They're disguising themselves as Jehovah's Witnesses.
This clip right here is a commercial from the Netherlands. I put it up on my channel about a month ago. Certainly we can see that Jehovah's Witnesses have a clear reputation of doing this preaching work that Jesus spoke of. And Jesus also prophesied that this preaching work would be going on in our time. And back in my days of when I was faithfully serving Jehovah, if you been following along some of my blogs, I'm explaining how I have been disciplined. I was disfellowshipped. But this was a trip to Mexico, Bethel. And on this wall, I counted them, there's 210 uh, Watchtower and I believe there's Awake magazines on here. But notice all the languages. And I actually asked I went to the Bethel in New York as well, and when I was there I asked, you know, at the time I was one of Jehovah's Witnesses. I said, you know, we're publishing the Watchtower in 125 languages, and who's the nearest group that's doing that, you know, publishing a magazine like that regularly? Most of them are published every 2 weeks, some of them monthly. And he said it was Reader's Digest at 19 languages. So 125 and 19. There's not even a religion. And, you know, recently I just looked on Reader's Digest. Now they're publishing in 19 or 20 languages. So they increased by one. And here, Jehovah's Witnesses, my latest magazine, it says it's published in 158 languages regularly. So that's an increase of, let's see, that's 33 more languages it was about 6 years ago. That's pretty incredible. So certainly they have that reputation of, you know, fulfilling Jesus' commission to help others learn about Jehovah's kingdom. And other words of Jesus that I find very encouraging where he said that, well, his true disciples would be marked or clearly seen because they would have love among themselves. And we can certainly see, if you watch my video that I put it up about a month ago. It's a news clip of one of Jehovah's Witnesses who was suffering in Nazi Germany, the Holocaust. He's the oldest living Holocaust survivor, and he wasn't suffering because he, you know, because of his race. He was Austrian. He was suffering because he would not kill his brothers. He would not go to war for Hitler, and certainly that is true love. And Jehovah's Witnesses have this reputation today as well. They you know, follow Jesus' command to have love among themselves. Jesus said, those who live by the sword will die by the sword. I myself was one who, when I was younger, I wanted to join the military. I thought I would better my life. But I'm glad that things worked out the way that they did. And instead, I continued studying the Bible. And I have had many difficulties in applying it in my life. I have suffered depression deeply, and it's been a hard road. However, I don't regret it for a bit, because I have been able to overcome my depression, and I feel like I am truly able to help people, and I can't wait for the day when I can become one of Jehovah's servants again. So I hope you enjoyed the presentation, and thank you very much.